And I am back. Hope you all are enjoying the show. Stay tuned in for some more information. I got some things I actually want to share with you all in terms of what I do for fitness and some of the programs that I offer. Mainly the most popular program is the one I'm just going to go over. Aside from things that you could get for very cheap or things that you could get for free, right? So let's dive right back in, right? So I was just speaking about the flip side of not doing the things that you want to do, doing the things that you want to do, right? Or doing the things that are going to make you healthier, right? In a year's time, right? Say if you lost 4 pounds, 5 pounds a month, that's a pound point two a week. This is very doable. Let's just break this into just if you're somebody who looks at macros, I'm going to show you how easy this is to actually understand or to get this done, especially when you're looking at calories for working out and for eating. Now, if you pay attention to what you're doing, if you have a Fitbit, iPhone, or whatever the iWatch is, Apple Watch, whatever the case is, if you have one of those, you should be able to track your calories. Now, what I want you to do is to track your calories as you're exercising. Now, this is very, very easy, very simple. You don't have to exercise every day, but you have to get moving, whether it's walking or, well, I wouldn't say, I call those like active recovery things like walking, swimming, light, low impact stuff like riding a bike or rowing. You know, those things I don't really consider exercise, low impact, active recovery days, right? They're just, you get moving, stretching. Yeah. So when you're doing activities, whether it's working out or having an active recovery day, you want to burn, let's say, in between 250 calories and 500 calories just from exercising. Now, that might take you 30 minutes. It might take you an hour. It might take you an hour and a half. But you want to do your best to get at least 250. Right? And then when you're eating, those who know what a deficit is, it just means that you're eating a little bit less than normal, right? So say if you're eating 250 calories less, and I'm just going to put this real quick into perspective for you all that think it's hard counting calories, or it's like it's hard taking away that 250 calories from myself. I put it like this, right? So you got a bag of Doritos, was it like $1.50, whatever the case may be, and then you got kettle chips, same thing, $1.50. Doesn't, price really doesn't matter, right? But the size of the bag does, right? So they're both the same size bag, but in this bag of Doritos, the serving size or the calories per serving size is, for the entire bag, is 400 calories or 420 calories, right? And then you have the kettle chip, which is like barbecue kettle chips made just straight from potatoes, none of that extra bullshit in it. And you have 120 calories right there. Now, if you just switch from eating those bags of Doritos to the bag of kettle chips, you just, you see how many calories that you just burnt or you just took away, put yourself in a deficit. It only makes sense. You, what's that? The bag of kettle chips, let's say, I even go on the heavier side of kettle chips. Let's say it has 220 calories of, 220 calories in that bag, sorry. And 420, that's 200 calories that you just took away from your day just by switching what you've eaten. Like it's not rocket science, it's just work, right? Take away some of the things that you like and find substitutes for things that are better. I found that I like certain kettle chips more than I love Doritos. Like even just a bag of munchies, I'll have those from time to time, but that's just because I want those. And but in my day-to-day thing, where my day-to-day routine and shopping and stuff like that, I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm going to go buy that big ass bag of kettle chips, cracked pepper, and salt, right? That's just me. That's what I like, and I've just known that over time. So I find food that I like. Very easy. Going back to the calories. Now, if you add those two things together, now you burnt 500 calories exercising, or even go to the minimum. You burnt 250 calories exercising, and then you've taken away 220 calories. You add those together, right? So 250 plus 220, you get 470, right? So you do that over let's make it the even 500 because it's gonna make the math a little bit easier, right? So you burn 500 calories in between both of your eating and your food. Now you do that over 7 days. 7 times 5 is 3,500. How many calories are in just about a pound? 3,500. This makes life so much easier. That's only 1 week of work. Now, you could work out a little bit harder and you could burn more than that, but that's totally up to you. Sometimes you have to realize, I'm sorry, I'm moving this, just a lot of ruckus, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's easier when you're looking at things in perspective, whether it's on paper or if it's on, the computer, whatever the case may be. If you're just having somebody talk to you, I hope I just helped you understand that calories really aren't that difficult to deal with, especially when you're just trying to lose weight. You could change, literally, I gave you one thing to change and you could burn that many calories. And it's mind-boggling, right? You don't have to be perfect, but you have to start working towards being better and being healthier. It's not rocket science. It's just work. So I give you that. You learn how to eat. You learn how to count your macros if you're going to do that. And you learn little things in terms of what I could actually have and make me happy. How do I cook my food to make myself happy? Now I'll show you all certain tips and tricks on how to do that. Like I did steamed broccoli for some of my clients. I just show them how you make steamed broccoli. It's very easy. And I'm just like, if you're somebody who boils your broccoli or flash boils your broccoli, steaming them is a way to keep them or keep more of the nutrients inside of your broccoli, so you don't have to eat fuck tons of broccoli in order to enjoy your meal, right? We don't want to be eating food that is not as nutrient dense. So let's find ways to make our food better for us so we can absorb those nutrients, so we can actually move forward in terms of fitness, health, and in general. Right? Clothes fit better. People are asking you, hey, how'd you do this? When you're at the weddings, when you're at the beach, you get to take your shirt off. When you go to the family gatherings, like I said, people are going to ask you, hey, how'd you do this and that? Oh, it took some time, some accountability, some nutrition, and some coaches. I learned those 3 things, and then once I've actually focused on that, I was actually able to hone in on what I really wanted was the body of my dreams, and everybody's telling me I look freaking amazing. You know how good it feels to walk into a room and I would go as far as to demand the attention because you look a certain way, and it feels awesome. And I'm not saying I do that, but I've been in situations where I wouldn't say I was the life of the party, but I'm definitely somebody of interest that's at the party. And it just comes as simple as, what did I do? How do I do this? You know how many questions I get on a daily basis when I'm talking to people? It's ridiculous. And I try to explain to people, it's really simple. Whatever I just spent the last 20 minutes, me just talking to you, I'll take a whole entire hour just to break down these things to let them understand that it's not hard. You want to look good, right? You want to eat better? Yeah. Do you feel good when you eat better? Yeah. Oh, snap. Do you look good when you eat better? Yeah. Your skin starts to glow. You start to understand that, oh, I don't want to have McDonald's, or I don't want to have fast food. I want to have this. Your body starts to crave these positive things that are going to make you better. It's just like we want to naturally be better. But humans in our body takes the least path to resistance. So meaning that it's going to do whatever's easiest for it to actually move and survive. Unfortunately. So you have to train yourself in this way mentally, right? Physically, to get to the point of wanting to be healthier. It doesn't come overnight, but you do these things day in and day out, and it happens. It's just like anything else you do. Like when you first started your job, you probably sucked. Some people have great intuition. Some people just don't. Some people need help doing what they do. For me, I'm more of a show me one time and I can do it. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's been times where I had to watch people, and just like constantly focused. And it's just like these are things that you have to do. Like if you want to get good at something, watch somebody, ask questions, be observant. It's try it out. You know what I mean? Like when you first started your job, you had to do things, and if you weren't capable enough of doing that, you probably didn't have your job for too much longer. But the best thing about that is what I'm about to get into in just 1 second. You know, what I think the best thing about just watching people is, and I'll even just spin this into fitness because essentially that's what we do here. We talk about fitness and life, and basically I spin everything back into the realm of fitness so you guys can understand that this is what I do for real, for real. I'm always going to have a story for something, and I hope you all enjoyed them. So now for me, when I've always been the person in the gym watching people, like, how do you do this? How do you do that? You know, and I didn't have anybody show me the proper ways to do things until about like 5-6 years ago when I joined CrossFit. And from there on, no, I'm gonna backtrack. I have a very good friend. Shout out to Wilson. He's the one who actually showed me the ropes in terms of exercising. That's been my workout buddy for over like 10 years, whatever the case may be. And anytime we get together, it's always a good time because we're going to talk shit, we're going to lift weights, and we're going to get busy. It's one of the few people that it's like no bitch assness. So I do have one program out right now, and it's called Only for the Strong. He coined the name, so it's just like that's what I want. That's what I have on one of my on one of the shirts. It says Only for the Strong, and basically the program is a fitness audit. Now it's an 8-week program, and it's going to go through some of the things in terms of how you should be standing, what your if you don't know what an audit is, basically they're going to come to your shit and they're going to make sure that everything's within regulation. And if you're not within regulation, you're going to get fined. I'm not going to find you, but the fine is having to start over and figuring out how to move properly. Now, this is something that you're going to be lifting heavy weights because I'm going to challenge you, because it doesn't matter if you could do the weight at the lightest. What I really care about is what you perform like when you're under stress. This is not something for the faint of heart. This is as close as you could get to the way that I train. Now, I'm not saying I train like a maniac, but a lot of people won't do what I do, especially for as long as I do it for. And you must be kind of sick in the head to do what I do. But I enjoy working out, and I enjoy the satisfaction of getting to the point of being euphoric in a sense. Like there's something that I'm always chasing, and it's not necessarily every time that I exercise that I get there, but knowing that I'm getting closer day by day makes me want to push in everything that I'm doing. Whether it was I got to make sure I do my core exercises tonight, so so at least next week, you know, if I'm doing these consistently, then I should be good. You know, I've been doing. I'm getting ready to start my second 30-day core session. Now, I can tell you this. The first 30 days helped remarkably. Definitely helped. The word tones is not real, so I'm not going to use it. Because have you ever been to the supermarket and been like, yeah, I want that toned piece of meat right there, and the person behind you, the person behind the glass was like, that one right there? No.